should we introduce ourselves? At the same time, ready? Okay. We're gonna say hi. We're Cosmic Kitten.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Hi, we're Cosmic Kitten. Okay.
I'm Karen. I play guitar.
I'm Zach. I beat on wood. A Cosmic Kitten is anybody who stands up and expresses their feelings for something they believe in. And I think that a Cosmic Kitten should generally just be a friendly person.
I learned guitar when I was about, 13. I feel like it came kind of naturally. I kind of taught myself a bit. My brother had a guitar, and when he would be at work and I'd get home from school, I would kind of get his guitar and fiddle around with it. Yes, I'm the founding member of Cosmic Kitten. It was formed probably when I first started playing guitar. I didn't get the name until I was 16. And then it was just an acoustic act at first. I made my own little demo CDs. And then it wasn't until I was 19 that I reconnected with Zach. And we actually formed a band out of it. I'm all crazy since you left me and I can't forget it. Towards the end of high school, I started to get really interested in probably majoring in music, in college. So my first semester at Cerritos College, I took a voice class and I took a guitar class. In my voice class, it was fun. This is where I met Jesse. We took a voice class together, and it taught me a lot about how to breathe and how to stand. Although I feel those things were useful. I don't know, it felt too restrictive to me. The music classes that I was taking at that time, I took, guitar class and voice class. I felt like I was just kind of being restricted a little bit, you have to play the right way and this and that, but, I wasn't trying to be closed-minded or anything, but I just felt my vision was a little bit different. I did learn a lot of useful stuff, and that did help me, but I guess over time I just kind of I grew out of that.
I know the exact chain of events that started Cosmic Kitten. It goes like this. I went to my friend Juan's 25th birthday party. I got abhorrently wasted. I sucked butt at drums. It was horrible. I was like, I suck. I went home. I went to sleep. I woke up super hungover. I had a show at the Green Salon. And through whatever kind of sorcery, Karen showed up, and she was there, and I was like, oh, cool, I wanted to talk to her because I hadn't talked to her in a long time, but I was super hungover, I felt like I was going to puke at any moment. And so as soon as I finished, I packed my shit up and I left. I ended up saying, I'm sorry that I bailed, I'm super hungover, this sucks, we should hang out sometime. And so we did, and she ended up coming over while I was recording guitars for that Ozone album. And from there, things kind of progressed more. She's like, I think that's really cool. I would like to record an album. And why don't we jam? Let's jam. And so we jammed, and I knew a handful of her songs that she had showed me that I thought were really cool and special. I was just it just felt natural. So it was just kind of play that song and play that song. Okay, let's do an album now. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how it all, the chain of events leading up to Cosmic Kitten.
Hey, thank you guys for clapping. This is Cosmic Kitten's first performance. By proxy, this is Karen's first performance, so can we get a hand for Karen? for the encouragement.
The first concert I ever played at was actually a solo, like acoustic sort of act, and I played at this little restaurant in Downey called the Mambo Grill. It was pretty nerve-wracking for me. Like, I didn't know like if I really wanted to be in front of an audience or not at that point, but I do remember feeling a lot better once I got off, stage. I was like that was fun. Like people loved me, everybody that was there clapped and were asking me like, "Oh, do you have CDs? I really like your voice, you've got something special, this and that." All the compliments were kind of like, "Oh, I guess I do play all right, I guess I have some sort of like musical, abilities." But our first concert as a band, as Cosmic Kitten, I guess, was probably a few years after that. That was also an interesting experience. I wasn't as terrified, and it was cool because I had more people up on stage with me. I had Zach playing drums, I had Yusuf playing bass, and I was playing guitar, and it was loud. It wasn't just me and an acoustic guitar. I felt like we were able to produce all this loud noise, and that was just really fun for me, and that's when I really felt like home.
I know Yusuf through Karen originally because he was Karen's friend. I did not know him for any length of time before I knew Karen.
How do I know Yusuf? I also met him in high school. He was kind of like a friend in like a group that I hung out with for a short while. I found him to be different from like the other guys in the group that I hung out with.
And I think that I hit it off with him really well in the beginning because we were both into like this metal music, and I hadn't known anybody that really liked metal in a while, and it was something from like my old life, like being into metal. And so when I met him, I felt like, oh, I understand this guy, and I came to find out that maybe not so much.
Mainly because he wasn't so like talkative. He was very like secluded, and he was just that kid like in the corner, just like listening to his music, hanging out in the group, but not necessarily hanging out in the group, just kind of there.
I don't mean to be crass or harsh or any of that, but at the end of the day, unfortunately, I can't say that Yusuf influenced Cosmic Kitten much aside from just allowing us to evolve, because it had not been for him, we wouldn't have played so many shows where we were evolving and growing a bit of confidence as a band, and because that's most of the influence that he had on us was in that regard, in that aspect, a lot of like playing live and stuff.
Yusuf left the band because we kind of wanted him to take a break from the band, mostly because we were on like different musical paths, and I felt like Zach and I were progressing in like a different way, and we were getting pretty serious about the music that we were writing, and Yusuf wasn't necessarily like on the same mindset that we were on.
When we would rehearse, we found ourselves more like directing him than anything.
I wouldn't say that there's plans to like replace Yusuf. That's kind of like harsh sounding, but Zach and I are pretty content right now playing as like a two-piece, but I feel like if there was a bassist that would really want to be in our band and really believed in the message that we were sending out, and showed us that he or she wanted to be committed, then maybe we would think about getting another bassist.
It actually bums me out because I liked being his friend, and I thought things would be able to work out, eventually. But it seemed like he was more, he more or less intent with just sticking to his genre. He's a metal head guy. He likes metal. He loves black metal, and he didn't even really listen to any of the bands that Cosmic Kitten is influenced by. And he didn't really understand them. He didn't care to listen to them or try them, and he just kind of he was just. So we found ourselves questioning, like, why are you in this band?
I mean, no one's gonna replace Yusuf. Yusuf was Yusuf. He was his own person.
Snorting cocaine off the camera.
Oh, hey.
Baddest fucking ass band. Oh fuck. I found them out like a few months ago. I saw them play at Dollhead and been a huge fucking fan since. My name is Chatez. I'm a Panther. I wanted to be like a cosmic Panther, but this is the best I could come up with. And I made a bunch of shit of fucking art for them, so like, cool, check it out. Like, I'm just a huge fan. Their style is fucking amazing, Karen, and Karen's an amazing vocalist, and she's an amazing fucking goddamn guitarist, and fucking Zach on the drums, he's just fucking intense. Like, I just fucking love that shit. Like, I'm a huge fan, huge supporter. And you should check them out on the fucking goddamn cut. That's it. Oh, well, I'm Ray, and friends with Zach and Karen, and it's easy to like their band because it's obvious that they're playing exactly what they want to play, and it shows, and she can scream like a motherfucker.
I'm Dylan Falcon from Silent X. And Cosmic Kitten, they're fucking awesome. That's the first time I saw them. It was like a magical moment. Like it's one of those moments when you go to a random local show and you see a band and you know that's the band you went there to see tonight, even if you didn't know they were the band you were there to see that night.
I would like to say that all these guys that keep ogling Karen at shows, she's mine and fuck off. I mean, I don't own her, but stop fucking with my insecurities, dog.
Wow.
Also, nah, it's just a joke. I don't really have anything to add to you.
No.
We don't want to add anything, so go away. I'm kicking you out, Jesse. Get out. Thank you for interviewing us. How's that?
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for interviewing us, and I'm not even supposed to be here today.